Hello everyone, my name is Nordic Beast and welcome to my solo survival. So I haven't been posting all that much lately even after being sick, so I thought I'd show you guys what I have been up to. This is my exploration solo survival, and it is actually open to the public if you're interested in joining. It is named Deep Space Survival, so please feel free to join my room whenever it's open. This here that you see is the public base Alpha. And I built this base for starting people. If you get your respawn ship, you fly it in here. Feel free to use the combo welder grinder, grind it down, and build whatever you want. Use the base temporarily until you're ready to set yourself up. I have over here I have the new text blocks, my rules, which are pretty simple, and of course my forums, which, by the way, you notice this little, I press T to access it and it starts typing out even though it's like this one is read-only, and it still does that. It kind of drives me nuts. I hope they fix that soon. But there's a couple of chairs in the back room here for people to go ahead and charge up on. You got a respawn, or I'm sorry, a medical bay over there, and of course all the glass for a nice view. But I absolutely love this base because it is one big hangar. I like the aesthetics of it. And of course you got plenty of well-lit area in there to build, and then you have a nice open landing bay out here to build on. And the base itself only has a single large cargo container, single refinery, one assembler, and of course the reactor. I have 3 connectors out here on a piston that can extend out. So even if you can't quite fit your ship in here, you can extend it out and give it another try. So now I wanted to mention this particular Valkyrie I ended up naming Lady in the Dark after a real world World War II night fighter, and it got me thinking I would love to see nose art for ships. And I got to talking to Dracul, and he can modify things in the game, but he's never actually made a mod himself from scratch. And I was thinking if there's any modders out there that would be interested, I would love to see something like this, like Mr. Stee's armor panels. But imagine that, but with like a pinup girl on it, or just nose art from World War II in general. So you could put nose art on your ships, not just fighters, just on ships in general. I think that would be fantastic. So if anybody's interested, please use that idea. You don't even have to credit me. I would just love to see it. So that being said, I am going to go ahead and head over to my actual base, which is down there, the Walls of Asgard, and I will see you in a second. Okay everyone, welcome back, and welcome to the Walls of Asgard. So, this was my starting base. This little area you see here up to about the antenna and that door there, the little one, was my original base. I only had 3 refineries and assemblers underneath, and that was pretty much it. But another guy that was in here, Itchy Britches, or Itchy if you will, he came in and he built this amazing Death Star fortress-like base, and I just thought it was so cool. I had to expand on it, so I built these, or expand on my base, I mean. So I built these hangars you see here. This is the main entrance. Originally this was going to be a large hangar with these attached to these small hangars, but I had no ships that couldn't fit through the Darth Biomech doors except for my drill ship, and I pretty much never bring my drill ship in here. So I ended up needing, hold on. No, it's not. Just recharge. Anyway, so I ended up building this area here so that my larger ships could get through. And this actually makes a nice repair bay. And I have a tendency to build out there on the landing pad. I eventually want to get more, I'm going to build more Valkyries to be able to park on these. And I might even get my utility ships out of here and have like an actual building platform. Maybe I'll build a separate base here in the asteroid, or I don't know, maybe down lower or something like that, that I can build, and so my utility ships can go elsewhere and I can just have my Valkyries in here. Now this other ship you see here is just a transport of mine, and I know it's overly aerodynamic in space, I know. but originally it was just 3 cargo containers on the inside, like medium ones, and a connector with a cockpit, and then eventually it turned out to be this. I had put a gun on it too, one of the bulldogs. I ended up removing it because all I did was I ended up shooting down a cargo ship, and I realized that's all I was going to do with this ship, was use it as a fighter. So I scrapped that, and since then this has been one of the most useful ships I have ever had. Anytime there's an emergency or I have to do something, or just for exploration, this thing is just priceless. It has more than enough cargo space. It's not as fast and maneuverable as the Valkyrie, obviously, but it's reactor powered. It has no batteries. Actually, on all the little cargo doors, the conveyor doors on the inside, are small reactors. So it has a total of 7 reactors. But that's more than enough power. And this thing is just, it's wonderful. It's one of the best ships I've ever made. And very neat looking, too. So, go ahead and head out here. Now, I did have a Rosie. Anyone who watches my survival with Dracul, Rosie the Riveter, which basically looks like this ship here, only it has welders. Well, it got crashed yesterday by a regular that comes in here named Waldo. Waldo's a very nice guy, and it was a complete accident, but yeah, he ended up crashing it, and I decided not to rebuild it. Instead, I found this ship. It was a derelict ship called the Trainspark, and it had a grinder, and I removed it and put in all welders, and it actually has a crap load of cargo space. And so I decided I'm going to use this as my welding ship from now on. Though it's not as small and delicate as the as Rosie, it's pretty cool. I really like this ship, and it's much easier than having to rebuild her, even though it doesn't take that much time. But anyway, moving on. This ship here I named the Sleipnir, which is the name of Odin's horse, and this is my exploration ship. I was buzzing around in my little shuttle so much, but it doesn't have enough room to, say, if I wanted to start building somewhere. This ship actually has enough room to carry the supplies I need to, say, start a base. It also has a couple of assemblers, lots of cargo containers, and I think that's about it. It's 2 assemblers, cargo containers, two small reactors. Come down here, of course I got a respawn bay and my gravity generator. Now I do have a control block back there, but I guess that's a placeholder. I think I'm going to take that out and put a programmable block in, just in case I want to use script in here, which I think I will. I haven't actually had a chance to use script yet. And of course I have these seats here, but I'm probably going to take those out, and I'm going to take out these catwalks, which I just put them to cover up the cargo containers. You kind of see over here. It's kind of cool. But I think I might put the chairs there, so I have a little bit more room down here to do stuff, and so I can remove this and, like I said, put in the programmable block. And then here's the cockpit, which in first person I really like, but I think I'm going to remove those 2 blocks and put glass in just to open up the view a little bit more. But even as is, there we go, I like that. I think that looks really cool, but it's, yeah, you can't see to the sides or anything, so I may fix that. And I'm very happy with the layout of this ship. I think it's cramped, but it turned out pretty neat. But the ship itself isn't all that big. And of course I have these armored panels here covering up all the cargo boxes and stuff. And Waldo helped me with this. Originally the layout was a little different, and actually this conveyed everything up and gave me more cargo space. So if you're watching, Waldo, thank you very much. And then last but not least, I'm going to close this up. Down here I have this ship. Now this is the SS-1 Balder. SS is for scout ship. It's not, yeah, not the SS. But I'm not going to go into too much detail about this ship because this ship will be in a upcoming Welcome to the Shipyard. That's going to be a 2-parter because I talk too goddamn much. But this is supposed to be like a fleet scout. It has an assembler and an arc furnace, 2 Gatling turrets, and even an ore detector. And now mixed with the new GPS system in the game, you don't have to build beacons anymore. Once you find something, you just use a GPS marker. And I you know, the ship is actually quite useful, but it doesn't have the same performance as the Sleipnir. The Sleipnir is quite fast and maneuverable. It's, you know, it's not that big a ship for being a large ship. It's very much on the tiny side. And it, like I said, it just has just enough internally to be useful, and I really like it. And I currently have a scan mod in the game, so I can scan the area to find derelict ships. Basically, it looks for unowned blocks that are not being powered. So you go ahead and hop in a cockpit, and I will turn on my antenna. I type /scan. And this is everything that's within 50 kilometers. So we got all these stationary blocks, and then drifting junk, stationary tiny, stationary, so on and so forth. And I could go out and find all this stuff if I really wanted to, but it's all junk. Just nothing that really matters. Actually, what is... Hold on. Wait, no. Oops. Scan. This is all within one another. I wonder if somebody started building a base. I should go look at that and see what this is. Huh. Because, yeah, look at how close they all are to one another. They're all within a few meters of each other. So maybe I will go find that. Oops. Wrong buttons. So I think that's about all I've been up to on here. But like I said, I've had a nice community in here. I've gotten to do some trading. I've enjoyed, you know, helping other people and just having a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, this is my driller. It's a tunneler, actually. I named it the Mole. Ooh, I know the last thing I need to show you guys. So, as I mentioned, there's a guy named Waldo in here. And Waldo, there it is, pieced together what he referred to as his Frankenship. He was in here, he started in here yesterday, he was in here twice, to which he stated to me, "My name is Waldo, and I am an addict." I was like, "Why? Keep going after cargo ships?" And he's like, "Yes." And he pieced all these cargo ships together into his Frankenship. And I love it. This thing is fantastic. So, I don't know, I gotta admit, the two, what the hell is these things called? Cargo carriages. Yeah, cargo carriages. Or, I'm sorry, mining carriages. Put together like this is actually pretty cool. You could build something pretty awesome off of this. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much been about it. So, if you guys enjoyed, please hit the subscribe button, or the like button, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time.